Good afternoon, Facebook. This is JL, the anti-guru, coming to you live from an undisclosed location. I'm traveling today, and but I still thought about everybody. I wanted to continue my series on traffic generation, but I'm actually going to go back to some of the basics. And because I had a conversation with a gentleman today who is new in the business, and he's excited about what he's doing, but he admitted that he didn't have a lot of education and information on how to properly market and promote the things that he's promoting. So I figured there's probably a lot of folks like him out there. So I'm going to just kind of go back a little bit. I know I've been doing some advanced traffic generation techniques and strategies, but I'm going to roll it back a little bit and go back to the basics. Something in my nose. Go back to the basics and kind of give people a basic background of how you need to market, how you need to promote. And it doesn't matter what you're promoting. Doesn't matter whether it's a business opportunity or a product or a service. If you're promoting stuff and marketing stuff online, there's some basic tools and some basic practices. So I'm going to go over that stuff. And, what's going on, Wendell? Glad to see you on. But we're going to go over some of the basics today. And what I got is what I call my golden rules. And we'll just jump right into it. Because first of all, business is a machine, guys. It's just like any other machine. You've got to have all the pieces fitted together in order for it to work properly. If you got one thing out, it could really throw something off. And so the golden rules are: rule number one, all traffic is not equal. Now, what that means is that you can get a lot of traffic, but if you're not getting targeted traffic, the problem is that, what I've seen in a lot of situations, and myself included, I used to market to the whole world. I was like, I'm going to send my stuff out to the whole world, and I'm going to make tons of money. And if you're not targeting your traffic, because it's just like, I use the analogy of getting married. Glad to have you here, brother. Let's say you wanted to get married, and you're walking down the street, and you're a woman. You want to get married, and a guy comes up to you and says, "Hey, let's get married." And you're like, "Why should I marry you? Even though I'm looking for a marriage proposal, you might not be the one I'm looking for." I know that's kind of a simple way to think it, but sometimes we market to people, and they're not even interested in what we're promoting. So there's a way to find out who those people are and how you can target those people. And we'll go into that in more detail at a later date. But I just wanted to go over the fact that not all traffic is equal. That's rule number one. Rule number two is you have to build your sales funnel first and then your traffic. Because if you start sending traffic directly to say you're an affiliate, or if you're a network marketer and you're sending people straight to your sales page or straight to your affiliate link, and you have not captured their information, which is their name and their email address, or if you need more information, then you have wasted that traffic. And that's the thing. You should never waste traffic, because you're only going to get one chance. And if you pass that up, oh well. So how do you capture that traffic? You have to have, now there's three basic tools that you have to have. I don't care what you're doing out there. First thing, you got to have an autoresponder. If you don't know what an autoresponder is, that is a mass bulk email program where when someone opts into your offer via your capture page, that information goes into that program. And what that does for you, first of all, it builds you a list. Now, a lot of people you've heard them say the money's in the list or the money's in the relationship with the list. Both of those are half truths, because the money's not in the list. I had a list one time of over 2,000 people, and I still was barely making ends meet with 2,000 people on my list. But there is money in the relationship, because most of the time when people, before they buy anything, they're going to look at it 4, 5, 6, 7 times. We all do that. I go to Amazon, I'm looking for some shoes. I might look at the shoes 4 or 5 times before I decide to buy them. And especially when you're in network marketing, or you're promoting an MLN or some type of business opportunity, 9 times out of 10, people are not going to pull their credit card out just because you got the next best thing since sliced cheese. You may think it's great, but they have to be convinced. And here's the thing, people don't buy products and services, they buy you. So you have to build that relationship and gain their trust. Because when people know, like, and trust you, that's when they'll start spending money. Doubt set in quick, no doubt. Everybody does, and everybody has doubts about these make money from home things because there's so many scammers out there. There's so many gurus out there who are just giving away just straight garbage information, or their products are garbage, and it makes it bad for honest people like myself and you to get out here and do business with folks because they're so skeptical. Rule number 3 is better to master one thing at a time than to try to know everything about everything. So if you get these 3 basic tools, you get your autoresponder, you got to have a capture page creator, and you have to have tracking software. Because if you're not tracking your links, especially when you start doing paid advertising, you will not know whether you're spending money in the right place or not. And tracking software is one of the things that's one of the benefits that you get from your tracking software. Number 4, traffic without monetization is useless. I mean, you can have 1,000 people go to your website, but if nobody's buying, then you spent money, or maybe you didn't spend money, but you spent that time and effort getting people to your site and they didn't make a purchase. Now, there are some techniques about that. It goes back to that autoresponder, where once those people opt in, you have an email sequence. And what that is a series of emails that you send out over a certain amount of time. Now, I have email sequences that are 7 days long. I have some that are 35 days long. It just depends on what I'm promoting, but that's how you're going to communicate with people, because most of us don't pick up the phone and talk to folks anymore. Everything's on. I got to check my emails, and emails is still effective, but texting is the new thing. But that's how you want to build that relationship. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go 80-20. 80-20 rule is you want to give 80% value and 20% sales. Because if you go after people and all you're doing is buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, they'll be like, okay, all you're trying to do is make money off of me. And of course, that's a given. Yeah, we all want to make money. But, you have to put yourself in the customer or the client or the prospect's perspective and realize, well, what's in it for me? I see what you're getting out of it. You're going to make some money. So you have to show them how they can benefit, whether it's a product. What's going on, Keisha? My Kiki is on, loving it. But rule number 5 is every click should be retargeted. Now, retargeting is not a new thing, but a lot of people don't know about it. And to just give you an idea of what retargeting is, I use Amazon again because most of us have gone on Amazon. When you are on Amazon, and let's say you're looking at cameras, and then you leave Amazon and you go to Facebook, and that camera that you were looking at is right over there over on the side. Well, there's a little piece of code that Amazon or the seller has put on that page, and it's called a retargeting pixel. And once you hit that page, it follows you all over the internet. So that's another little strategy and a technique. I'll get into that. Now, retargeting is not free, guys. It does have a cost attached to it. So if you're short on cash, that's something that you may not be able to do right away, but it is something that's available, and it's not as expensive as some people may think. Back in the day, 4 or 5 years ago, it was very expensive, but the price has gone down because there's lots of companies out there who are doing it, and there are ways to do retargeting. You can definitely do a form of retargeting with Facebook, where you can create custom audiences. And that's one of the best things about Facebook. You create these custom audiences when you're creating Facebook ads, and the people that are hitting your page, what Facebook will do is gather that information and create an audience that's similar to the people who are hitting your page. So you can go and market to those people because they're more likely to be interested in what you're trying to promote. Now, there's 2 types of traffic channels. You've got internal and external. Internal is your list that you have with your autoresponder. That's the best traffic ever because people know you. Hopefully they like you already and they're trusting you already. So when you have new promotions and new products and everything new that you're trying to promote to them, they'll be more receptive because you already have a relationship with them. Excuse me, I gotta get a little water. Now, the external traffic is stuff like media buys, which is your Facebook ads, your email media, influencer traffic, Google PPC, Bing PPC, display, and YouTube PPC. Those are all external ways of getting traffic. And what I'm going to do for you today, I'm going to share with you, I'm going to put it in the comments after I finish this live, a free advertising network that I use. Now, it is 100% free. However, they do have some paid things in there where you can kind of bump your ad up to the top where it can be seen. They have like a slider bar where you can get your ad displayed at the top of the site, and it cycles every 5 days. And again, we're talking, minimal amount of money. I can set up an ad like that where I can have it featured and have it sit at the top, and I'll spend anywhere from like $7 or $8, and that'll drive more traffic to your ad. But if you didn't want to do that, you can post an ad for free. It's very similar to Craigslist, but Craigslist has kind of changed because you used to could be able to put hyperlinks in there. Now they don't allow you to do that unless you do a paid ad, and their paid ads are $25. So you got to pay a minimum of $25 to be able to put your links in there. But getting back to links, I want to go over this thing about affiliate marketers. When you get your affiliate link, please do not post your raw affiliate links on Facebook. Don't do that, because here's what's going to happen. If you're one of these people that are out there and you're spamming and you're just slamming that link everywhere you go, eventually Facebook will put you in Facebook jail. And then not only do you not be able to post that link, you'll cause everyone in the company that you're working along with, they won't be able to do it. That happened, not to me, but it happened to a company that I was working with. I'm not going to call the name out, and we had to find a new way to share our links and then the other thing, guys, is sharing your raw affiliate link with all those little numbers and characters and stuff. It looks like you're an amateur. What you have to do and what you should do is first, you need to buy a custom domain. And then when you get the tracking where you can mask your raw affiliate link to that tracking link and attach it to that custom domain. And that comes off. Yep, Bitly is another one. That's right, Wendell. Bitly is another one that's free. I like Bitly. I use it from time to time. I have a paid tracking software that I use that gives me a whole lot more information that Bitly does offer. Because Bitly, they'll give you a little bit of information. They'll tell you where the clip came from, whether it was Facebook or YouTube or whatever social media platform you were using. They'll give you some information about the country and the referrals. So it gives you some idea of whether or not that's a real person or if it's some kind of robot, because that brings me back to your external traffic. Like if you're buying solo ads from solo ad vendors, that's another benefit of having tracking software, because there are some solo ad vendors out there who are selling straight garbage. Most clicks are mine. That's what's up, man. So you got some solo ad vendors out there who will send you just dead traffic. It's not even real people. It's robots or spiders or something. And you might spend, $75, $100, or $500 on a solo ad from this person, and they didn't even send you real people. And you'll be really upset. And trust me, it does happen. It hasn't happened to me, but I know that it has happened to people. I've seen it in this business. So now, the other kind of traffic, which is a little bit slower, but it gives you a higher quality lead when you do get it, is SEO. Now, and that's search engine optimization. So if you're a blogger or something like that, then that's an excellent way to go, because it gives you a chance to brand yourself with your blog, and it gives you, like I say, a better quality of traffic, because these people are already resonating with you. They've come to your blog hopefully more than once or twice, or maybe several times, and the traffic that you can get from that site, because having a blog is one of the best things you can do, guys. it gives you what we call a central hub. And that's where you want to drive all of your traffic to a blog or something like that, you know, or if you just have an e-commerce site or something along those lines, some kind of property on the internet that's yours. You know, if you're using Facebook exclusively, well, you don't own Facebook. And, you know, God forbid Facebook shut down and you built your business around that, well, then, you know, you're in trouble. You know, so that's the other thing that I want to impress upon you. Do not become so dependent on social media platforms like Facebook and like Google Plus and Twitter and Instagram. If you build your business around those and something changes or the algorithm changes, yeah, a WordPress blog, definitely. And there are free WordPress blogs, but again, let me talk about free versus paid. If you're in business and you try to do everything free, you're going to fail because there are limitations to free. Free is great when you get started, but at some point in time, you need to be putting money aside, if you don't have it right away, to start purchasing these tools, to start buying a blog, spending that money, purchase yourself a domain, and because it gives you credibility and it gives you more control and you look more professional. And if you really want to be successful, excuse me, I gotta get some water. If you really want to be successful, you have got to learn to invest this money. It is not spending money. It is investing money in your business, investing money in yourself. Just like the trainings that you can get. On one hand, I get this training. The training that I give you guys, I pay for. I pay to have access to it. But I know everybody doesn't have the money that I have, and I'm not breaking the bank. But because I have access to this training, I want to pass it out because I realize that there are people out there who want it, who can't get it. You know, like I said, I had a conversation with a gentleman earlier today, and we talked about how a lot of these sponsors and these gurus and these leaders, these different business opportunities and stuff, you know, they don't want to train you and really give you the real information unless you pay them. And everybody doesn't have that money. But here's the reason why. Because it's easier to take somebody who's already making money. Say if they're already making $10,000 a month, it's easier to take them from 10,000 to 100,000 than to take somebody that's at 0 to 10,000, because there's a whole lot of training involved. There's a lot of mindset involved. You have to shift in the way you think. Just like we talked about earlier about putting yourself in your prospects and your customers and you know, and putting yourself in their shoes and thinking the way they think, and always thinking that I'm trying to serve them. Because if your main objective, all you talk about is how much money you want to make, well, you're going to make probably little or nothing, because people can smell that. It's like blood in the water. You know, nobody cares about you making money. Like nobody cares about me making money. They don't care how much money I make. You know, all they care about is how much money they can make. But let me stop saying make money, because that's not true. Nobody makes money. The only people who make money are the people who work in a mint. You've heard me say that before. The rest of us earn money. So, yeah, I'm looking at my notes right now, guys. So bear with me. I want to make sure I cover everything today. So, you know, here's how this thing is supposed to work. Go get yourself an autoresponder. There are free ones. Get yourself a capture page program. There are some free ones, but I'm telling you now that when you go cheap, you'll regret it, because you'll eventually have to scale up at some point in time. So I say spend that money up front and start doing it right from the beginning, and then get your tracking software, so that when you create your sales funnel, which you need to do that first, because you got to move these people from point A to point B, and everything needs to be congruent, you know. Yes, sir, renewing of the mind. So you got to change the way you think about things, you know. Change always happens in the mind. The first thing you do when you want to change is you make a decision, you know, and then you can act on that, you know. But the way the thing goes, you want the traffic to come in. What's going on, Brother Ruben? You coming in on the end, you'll have to catch the replay. But I'm gonna bring this all together. You know, you come in, you got your traffic. You want to send that traffic to a capture page. You do not want to send them directly to your sales page or straight to your website, because you only get one chance to capture that information. The next thing you need to have inside of that sales funnel is you need to have some kind of thank you page or confirmation page, so that you can thank them for getting the information, that their name and their email address. Now, the reason why here's the thing, let me back up. When you create a capture page, you have to have a lead magnet. A lead magnet is anything of value, like a free report or a PDF file or a video, something, because people are not going to give you their information just because you ask for it. They will exchange it for something of value. So make sure that you're providing some kind of value when you first come in contact with them, because you'll only get that one chance. And if you come in there and say, hey, buy this because it's the best thing going and you need it because I said so, they'll be like, all right, keep it moving, you know. So then once you capture that information, it goes into your autoresponder. If you've already got your email set up, that email is going to shoot out automatically. And here's another tip. Do not send people to the sales page once they opt in, because sometimes they can give you a dummy email and get it sent to your site or to your sales page without you capturing that information. You get that first, if you got a sales page or any kind of presentation, you send that to them in that first email. So it forces them to give up a valid email. And if they gave you a dummy one, then they don't get anything, you know, because that's another trick that people have used. So now you've got them in your system. You're building that relationship. You're providing some value. You're sharing something. Let's say if it was weight loss and you were selling a weight loss product, well, you need to start giving them information about weight loss and not just the product. You know, give them some tips. Give them some useful things that can help them along the way, because I guarantee they're not going to buy it right away. You have to give them a reason to know, like, and trust you. And then they'll pull their credit card out and start spending money. You know. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I'm going to put in the comments that link to that free advertising network. And please leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. If you know of anybody who can benefit from this, please share it. You know, my sincere desire is to serve you. My success is tied directly to the people that I help and serve. I believe that 100%, and that's why I do the things that I do. Now, remember my motto: the shortest distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So take some action on this training. If you've written some stuff down, go back and read over it. And if you're not clear on something, you know, hit me up on Facebook, send me a message, or if you got my phone number, you know, give me a call. I'm always here and I'm always available. But I want to say now I'm kind of on vacation, so tonight, please don't give me a call, because I'm going to be sleeping and trying to catch up on some rest, because I've been going 100 miles an hour. But look for me again on Monday, because we have Mo Money Mondays, and we're going to go back and move forward again. We're going to go into some more advanced traffic generation techniques that I have been learning and using. So again, appreciate you guys. You know, like I said, remember my motto: shortest distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So take action. Love, peace, and hair grease.